Now, we all know now that the Loudoun County School Board in Virginia is perhaps one of the worst, most radical in the United States. Not only have they tried to brainwash kids with this hideous, divisive racial narrative, they've attempted to cover up sexual assaults in order to protect their, I guess it's a trans agenda. I don't know what kind of agenda they have. But it's hard to believe there's a single reasonable person among them. But there is one, and he joins us now. Here with me is John Beatty, the lone conservative member of the Loudoun County School Board. John, if you can, take us behind the scenes of what it's like, to the extent that you have in-person meetings now. What the heck is going on there? America wants to know.
Well, thank you for having me. As you know, it's been a crazy past couple of years. And I think the most important part is I'm just grateful to be part of this. I'm grateful to be a voice for the parents, for standing up for them, for all the things that are going on. They need a voice. For many parents in the county think that the school board doesn't listen to them. They come to public comment and they speak, and they think that the school board isn't listening to them. But I'm there listening to them, reading their emails, making sure that their voice is heard when we have deliberations, when we have events come up. It's when you say voice is heard, that sounds, John, when you say voice is heard, that sounds like political speak. What does that mean, voice is heard? Don't they want their kids taught? They don't want this garbage taught in the schools? I mean, they want their kids taught the basics, correct? They don't want politics. Yes. Yeah, they don't want politics. Okay. Unfortunately, that's in there. That's with this equity committee, this critical race theory ideology that's in all the teaching plans. They encourage teachers to read Ibram Kendi's book, How to Be an Anti-Racist, and he's a big proponent of critical race theory. They encourage teachers to use the Learning for Justice teaching materials from the Southern Poverty Law Center. So it's unfortunately, it's in all the materials.
Didn't the NAACP, did they get you kicked off that diversity committee? Is that what happened? Or the equity committee, what the heck it's called?
Yeah, no, they sent emails. They pressured the school board chair. It's because I don't agree with this critical race theory ideology. You know, I wanted to be on the committee to understand why they were pushing sexually explicit material, why there was such a strong support for that from this equity committee. And it's part of this idea, this critical theories that come out, gender theory, ideas that we have to teach these awful ideas to parents and to students.
Well, meanwhile, the kids can't write. Meanwhile, the kids can't write, and they've fallen behind on reading. Advanced math classes, the proposals to get them cut back. So it's like lowering the bar for everybody and propagandizing 24/7. I mean, that's what they want. That's why they want the universal pre-K. Get them earlier, right? John, get them earlier.
Yeah, that's what's
I got to show this too. I'm sorry to interrupt. I want to show you this. I'm talking over you, and I apologize. There was a raucous rally tonight, a Glenn Youngkin rally, gubernatorial candidate. Now, it called for accountability over Loudoun County for the attempted cover-up of those assaults. Watch.
Today, I am calling for an immediate investigation into the Loudoun County School Board for their gross negligence. Virginia's Attorney General, Mark Herring, should be investigating those responsible.
John, I'm not going to hold my breath for an investigation into your school board, but should it occur?
Oh, absolutely. You know, what happened is so awful, and I feel so bad for the parents of both families that are victims of this. And it's incredibly important that we have a full investigation into everything that happened. We get to the bottom of who didn't communicate what, and we find out where the communication breakdowns were so that this never happens, because parents need to worry about their kids getting an education and not the safety of them in their schools.
Now, the Loudoun County superintendent, I know you know him, Scott Ziegler, admitted that the schools weren't properly reporting these sexual assaults for years, but then he also tried to pass the buck.
Moving forward, it is essential that we are consistent in our practices across the county. We are taking positive steps in this direction. This lack of oversight that existed prior to my tenure also contributed to errors in our state reporting regarding disciplinary incidents in the school.
Mealy-mouth nonsense. Does that somehow absolve him of what happened under his watch?
No, I mean, it's the school board's responsibility to manage the superintendent, so it's our responsibility in this case, and we have to do a better job. And that's why having an investigation where we look at all the facts, we find out where the breakdowns were. I think that's the only way we can get justice for the parents of these horrible crimes.
John, just really quick, What's your message to parents across the country who are sick to their stomachs as to what's happening in their public school systems? Your message to them: get involved, presumably, run for school board, don't be afraid?
Yeah, find out what's happening in your schools. And what's happening in Loudoun County is happening all over the country. That's why I'm running for Congress, because these local issues are happening nationally. And you can find out more about my positions at beattyforus.com. But they need to look and use FOIA requests. They need to go to school board meetings. They need to get involved and show their local school boards that they care about their kids' education, and they're going to make sure that their kids get the best education, no matter what bureaucrats and what rules are made to prevent that.
All right, John, thank you for sharing this story tonight. Everybody has got to wake up. Otherwise, you're going to lose your country.